Welcome to MTN Outdoors.
Hello everybody. Keith and I as kids, we grew up in an old log cabin that was built in the 1930s. Really cool home, really small house. So we didn't spend much time inside. We were outside a lot, exploring landscapes like this. We were swimming in lakes, we were hiking, we were building forts, and we also came across our fair share of animals.
That's right. In that beautiful log cabin, I actually shared a bedroom with Curtis, and it was very small. And that's why maybe we're so close. But in that idyllic childhood, I can remember finding what I remember to be a giant snapping turtle lodged. Yeah, I think it was lodged in a stream. And Curtis and I used what we could find around: big sticks, logs, even an old back seat from a Volkswagen, and we got that thing free.
Yeah, we freed that animal stuck in between a bunch of rocks there, and we were able to walk away with all our fingers and toes from that snapping turtle. While we were out doing things like saving turtles and exploring, we knew that we had to be careful and safe while outside in the forest. Here in Montana, the stakes arguably are higher, and you need to be aware of your surroundings because lives could be at stake.
That's right. And when we're out here, we look out for one another. And it's important, if you're out, that you should have someone with you. And we also have, you can't see right now, but a pack of dogs here with us to keep an eye on things. Here are some animal stories that happened in the last week around Montana that we all could learn from. For MTN Outdoors, I'm Keith Grevenitz.
And I'm Curtis Grevenitz.
For Cody, father and son, Vince and Garrett Kalkuski, hunting and camping are a way of life.
He's just always really loved hunting, and when he was old enough, I started taking him.
So a hunting trip with a group of friends on October 3rd, over 20 miles outside of Meeteetse, was a normal occurrence. After a while, they spotted a bull that quickly disappeared, but they then decided to keep going up the ridge.
I've always looked at from a distance, thinking I just always thought it would probably be a good place for elk to hang out.
I took the video and put it in my pocket, and I turned around, and just like that, it happened. It was a burst of timber snapping and cracking. You could hear something was in the trees.
And it wasn't the bull, but a grizzly bear, just 4 yards away, coming straight at them.
She was low and her ears were back. She was not playing around. She had a mission, and it was to, I don't know, do something to me.
In that split second, Garrett's instincts kicked in, and he grabbed his gun.
Immediately, as soon as I could, hit my hand in my other hand, it was boom, 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 boom. As fast as I could pull that trigger, it was anything I could do to stop her from coming at me.
And what saved both of their lives was having a bullet already in the chamber of his 10mm pistol.
I was just standing there, probably more shocked at what I just saw Garrett do than the overall bear attack. I was just like, you got to be kidding me. I'm still in disbelief of what I watched happen.
And over a month later, they say that disbelief hasn't worn off, but they're grateful to be able to tell the story.
My dad calls me a lot. We both think about a lot, and we do the what ifs, but we can't do the what ifs. We do it happened the way it happened for a reason, and thankfully it happened the way it happened.
So from now on, you will see the Kalkuskis still hunting, but ready for anything.
This year, Garrett and I kind of got into a debate of whether to carry one in the chamber on his Glock. And I'm like, man, I don't know. But Garrett made his own decision. He said, I'm carrying one in the chamber. And I can tell you now that I do too.
In Cody, Isabel Sparts, MTN News.
Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks passed new regulations for recreational coyote and wolf trappings in an attempt to reduce the amount of incidental grizzly bear trappings.
This again would be designed to prevent any further incidents of grizzly bear bycatch while preserving the ability of trappers to continue to support the livestock industry by working with producers both on private land and any allotments they might have.
During an FWP Commission meeting on Tuesday, the regulations were passed and will impact western Montana, the Rocky Mountain Front, and areas of Montana near Yellowstone National Park. In this area, wolf and coyote trapping would start later on January 1st and end sooner on February 15th than the rest of the state.
A lot of coyote trapping occurs outside of that particular time frame when we believe bears to be asleep. So we want to make sure that we've got a way to mitigate the potential impact of recreational trapping on grizzly bears so we can continue to show Montanans, the rest of the country, and particularly the Fish and Wildlife Service, the state's ready, willing, and able to manage grizzly bears.
Trappers doing livestock protection would need to fill out and sign a declaration saying they have the producer's permission to trap on their land. The new rules would contain regulations that would take effect if a grizzly is found to be caught or injured in a foothold trap or snare in grizzly bear country.
One of the state's responsibilities that it needs to fulfill in order to return that bear to state management is we have to show that we have a regulatory structure in place that will protect bears, continue to make sure that they're healthy.
The regulations saw opposition from environmental groups like Trap Free Montana and ranchers who expressed concerns with having their information on declarations.
Trap and snare modifications will only apply after a grizzly is known trapped. But since we have no required trap check other than 2 limited exceptions, the grizzly could be trapped a week or more.
Trapping is a controversial topic that absolutely merits public discourse, but these conversations should not be on the doorsteps of ranchers that are engaging in legal and responsible activities to protect their livestock.
Now, it's important to note that these new regulations only cover the 2024 to 2025 trapping season. In Helena, I'm Allie Kaiser, MTN News.
Wolf Management Unit 313 near Gardner was abruptly closed on October 26th after the harvest quota was met in just a single weekend.
Wolf hunters are required to report their harvest in a certain time frame. And then once we receive those reported harvests, we update the status of that quota. So in this case, all 4 harvests were reported at the same time, basically, or on the same day.
2 females and 2 males were reportedly harvested, with 1 female having been collared and tracked by Yellowstone National Park biologists. Wolf Management Area 313 is one of 2 hunting units with very limited quotas. Fish, Wildlife, and Parks' Morgan Jacobson says this restriction is based on its proximity to the national park.
Generally speaking, there's a recognition that there's some social components that come into play with wolves in that area as opposed to other places in the state.
According to a 2022 economic study by Park County, wolf watching generates an average of $82 million annually for greater Yellowstone economies. Jacobson says that Fish, Wildlife, and Parks' wolf management plan attempts to guide the management of wolves in a balanced way.
So it takes into account lots of different interests in these species and how things like hunting and trapping are used as management tools for those species.
Jacobson says that despite the liberalization of wolf hunting and trapping, populations have remained consistent since their delisment in 2011. In Bozeman, Heaven Van, MTN News.
You're watching MTN Outdoors.
Hey, that's my line.
Okay.
We now return to MTN Outdoors.
With all this land, it would be really hard to run out of things to do outside.
Yeah, the opportunities are infinite here. And if you've lived in Montana long enough, survival outside becomes second nature.
That's right. Now, some people find a way to combine rugged Montana living with having a good time, a great bite to eat, or even expressions through art forms.
We are those some people. We do those things quite often here. Take a look at some of these stories of people making the most out of Montana living.
That's the biggie, man. They have so many wings in there, from PBR to rodeo to entertainment to performers. I mean, Clint Eastwood, Roy Rogers, Melissa Gilbert, John Wayne are in this thing. Where does this one rank for you?
Well, I think John Wayne had a vote. I'm not sure, so that's cool.
To get you in?
Yeah, that's what I hear. It's quite a thrill and a lot of appreciation. I mean, my whole family's going. The girls are coming down, and my mom and dad are flying from Shoto, and my 2 brothers and my sister. I'm very thankful that the National Rodeo Hall of Fame did this while everybody I care about is still around.
Just started my career as a new clown.
Biggest question surrounding this weekend is, will you actually wear face paint at the induction?
I can honestly say I have not even thought about putting clown makeup on since the end of July 2023, my last performance in Big Sky, Montana. I might have some, but no, I like dressing. I'm sport coat and tie, man.
Are you able to ad-lib your induction speech, or do you carry a note card, or are you going to read 5 pages word for word, or do you need a teleprompter?
I'm a note card guy. However, for the sake of time, they're telling me 2 minutes. Yeah. So to prove that, I had to send in my talk, so they put it in a teleprompter.
All right. I think the people really, truly at this stage of your career want to know what you're driving. Do you have a pickup, or after a lifetime of entertainment in face paint, are you more comfortable driving a clown car?
Funny you should ask. I moved down to Fort Worth in my pickup and pulled a trailer, and 3 days ago, I traded it in on kind of an SUV to buzz around. People may not be familiar with the Dallas-Fort Worth traffic. It's lovely. When Shelby and Paige pile in with me this weekend, it's going to be definitely a clown car, for sure.
New shoes have a nice full tread on the bottom, but after only about 2 years, they lose about 30% of that tread. You can see that here. What you don't see is the environmental damage that's left behind on the trail, like this. But there's one Montana company that's taking steps to change that.
Solum is a biomaterials company that is engineering plastic alternatives using plant nutrients.
Thomas Bogle is making sure agricultural products don't go to waste.
These are all the leftover parts of that crop, the husks and the stalks and the leaves and the stems of the plant that traditionally don't get used for food systems, but are very, very rich in nutrient content.
For 4 years, the Bozeman-based businessman and avid runner has operated Solum Tread, turning agricultural waste into shoes, bringing new meaning to the rubber hitting the road.
What Solum's producing is a bioadditive that goes into these outsoles and replaces roughly 30 to 40% of that outsole content. In other words, the petrochemical part. These are all the toxic parts of that outsole. And what that additive we make it from is agricultural residue. People seem to have these parts of the shoe figured out on top, but not quite underneath the shoe.
With help from Ag Processing Solutions in Great Falls, Solum Tread is turning straw from Missouri rice and Nebraska soybeans into powder that can be converted to pellets, which Solum Tread uses to act alongside natural rubber.
In doing so, we can remove all the synthetic out of that product.
It was an idea that, him and I worked on and turned into reality here, where we're milling his rice straw and hopefully going to be wheat straw someday, and turning that into a value-added product that he can then sell on the market.
The end result, durable and environmentally friendly footwear that's not destined to linger in a landfill.
We can cut out on the end of life and have shoes biodegrade quicker, be reabsorbed even in just anaerobic type of landfill environments quicker, but still meet the core need of the consumer and how long they want to use this.
Bogle plans to open a production facility in Belgrade next year, with hopes of expanding across the Treasure State, creating jobs for workers and ultimately more opportunities for Montana producers.
And then once that facility is in there, we're going to have 100% of our products and ingredients sourced from Montana. We can do summer wheat as well as winter wheat and start to phase that into our product right now.
If you pencil your ground on winter wheat, you're not making much money anymore. You got to have a lot of acres to make any money. And so how we take those farmers and get them, looking in the right direction of different products they can make and different markets they can tap is really where I see the future of Montana agriculture.
Currently, Solum Tread is available on work boots made by British company Rockfall, but they're in talks for development trials with bigger companies. Bishop thinks Solum Tread is just one example of how value-added agriculture might convince young Montanans to lace up their sneakers and come back home.
There's a lot of different things we can do with those commodities with different technologies now, whether it be the bioplastics application, whether it be a application like for Solum Tread where they're making shoes out of them. There's so many different directions to head. I love to just meet young farmers and say, what direction do you want to head and how can we come with you?
In Great Falls, Tim McGonigal, MTN News.
This is a vital piece of habitat. Montana's wetlands are home to dozens of species of waterfowl. Once again, the Montana Department of Fish, Wildlife and Parks honoring these habitats in an artistic way.
Kind of renewing our focus on wetland and waterfowl habitat. And the way that we're doing that is now for the second year, we are commissioning a waterfowl stamp that sort of celebrates and raises awareness for wetland habitat.
Along with being featured on next year's commemorative stamp, the winning artist will receive a cash reward. Do you think you have what it takes?
What artists can do is they can go to our website to see the rules for entering artwork into this contest. The Wetland Protection Advisory Council here in Montana will select the winning entry, and then that entry will be featured on next year's waterfowl commemorative sticker for raising awareness of waterfowl and wetland habitat.
And subjects run the gamut: coots to cranes, ducks and geese to snipes and swans. These commemorative stamps are fun to collect, but they also have a higher purpose.
But more importantly, they've helped raise awareness for the importance of wetland habitat and conservation for places that we can find a lot of those amazing species. And
the deadline to enter is January 31st. Head on over to the Fish, Wildlife and Parks website for a complete list of instructions on how to do so. In one of Montana's many wetlands, Chet Lehman, MTN News.
You're watching MTN Outdoors.
Hey, that's my line.
All right, you can have it this time.
Oh, I can have it this time? Stay tuned.
We now return to MTN Outdoors.
With how these dogs have torn up this dirt digging, you might find it hard to believe that winter sports season is here. And for some Montanans, like this guy, it's their favorite time of year. How many months in a row have you skied now?
Well, I've skied in November a few times already, and that made 99 consecutive months of at least skiing once.
With December coming up, it's going to be 100 months in a row, and then Kurt's going to call it quits. That's it. You guys aren't going to hear about Kurt skiing ever again.
Yeah, right. Well, the first ski area in Montana is officially open. The lifts are spinning up at Lookout. Meanwhile, there are other preparations being made in the mountains to make it safer for those of us that like to get up into the higher terrain.
That's right, and there's some new rules happening at one Montana hotspot. Curtis and I were at Glacier National Park back in September. It was a great time. We ran into a grizzly bear. We got very close. We were practically on a first name basis with him. And but anyway, there's new rules that might make some Montanans a little upset.
Yep, we're talking about the reservation system to get into the park. It's really designed for tourists during tourism season here to kind of regulate the number of people that get into the park. It's kind of off-putting for us Montanans.
Okay, so let's take a look at how things are going at Lookout and some preparations being made for avalanches as we head into the winter season.
I'm here on the chairlift at Lookout Pass, where the energy is high on the mountain and people are getting their first turns of the season. Come along and I'll show you mine.
You can tell the stoke is high, and there's nothing better than first run, first turns, first part of the year.
To get first chair, a few skiers woke up at 5 a.m. so they could be first in line. A meaningful moment for Luke Orsa.
Oh, I'm so stoked. I broke my collarbone like mid last season, so it's first day back is amazing.
And first ride up the mountain was monumental for the ski area itself.
It's our 90th season.
Even though El Nino brought less snow than normal to Montana last year, Matt Sawyer is hopeful this season's predicted La Nina will bring consistent powder.
Usually we get 450 inches of snow, so let's see if we can go way past that. We've had over 600.
And he says snow will keep Lookout's updated parking lots full.
But a lot of small things that are behind the scenes. We added 150 new parking spots in the lower lot.
But it's not only about the snow. For Travis Brown, who caught the second lift, being on the mountain is about the feeling.
This is my life. Freedom, the powder, the people.
Kayla Wilhelmi feels the same, and that's why she calls Lookout home.
Feels amazing. Feels like everything I've been waiting for months, and it's just finally time to celebrate and get out here and fight the seasonal depression.
As winter rolls in, more and more ski areas will open up and bring fun to skiers and snowboarders alike.
Lookout will be open this weekend with hopes of operating 7 days a week by early December. At Lookout Pass, Emily Brown, MTN News. With an increase in backcountry recreation and a decrease in funding, avalanche centers like West Central Montana Avalanche are concerned about what might be lost this winter.
Ultimately, it's a public safety issue. Avalanche centers are fundamentally about protecting lives.
The National Avalanche Center reports 25 to 30 people die each winter in avalanches across the country.
95% of those happen on national forest lands.
Even though the West Central Montana Avalanche Center isn't under direct Forest Service management, the nonprofit does partner with them to operate.
What we would normally receive from the Forest Service, which would typically be $40,000 in cash.
The partnerships also give the Avalanche Center vehicles to traverse their forecast area, which includes the Rattlesnake, Bitterroot, and Sealy Swan Valley. Without them, Executive Director Patrick Black says WCMAC would cut back on their services.
It jeopardizes our ability to provide the avalanche forecast for the scale of the forecast area as it's been known, as well as, realistically the frequency of the forecast product.
With less forecasts, the center may not be able to keep as many forecasters on staff.
We are still trying to determine if we have the ability to support the human resources that are required.
As the season begins, WCMAC is offering a new membership program to help support their efforts.
The service benefits are things like newsletters, additional online resources, discounts.
WCMAC and the Forest Service are in talks to maintain funding for the center. Press officer for the Northern Region, Cassie Wandersee, shares, quote, "The Northern Region is working with the West Central Montana Avalanche Center on an agreement to ensure continued funding at the previous year's level for avalanche forecasting this winter season. This commitment reflects our continued support for our forecasting needs in the region within our budget constraints. We will keep you updated." In Missoula, Emily Brown, MTN News.
Hey, thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of MTN Outdoors.
Yes, each and every week the Grevenitz brothers will be out and about in exploring beautiful Big Sky country.
And we'll have these guys with us. Have a great weekend.
We hope to see you next time.